Goeiemôre, ek is Arnold Geerts en as jy nou net by ons aangesluit het, goeiemôre, good morning. Ek gesels vandag met Steven Mapiki, die ontwikkelingsdirekteur van Darts Suid-Afrika en ook die Darts of Veerpyltjie wêreldkampioenskappe wat dan in Desember en vroeg in Januarie plaasgevind het waarin ons deelgeneem het. Steven, baie lekker om jou saam met ons te hê. Die eerste ding wat ek vir jou wil sê is, dis eintlik 'n sport wat bitter min mense baie van weet. Almal dink daaraan as iets wat hulle oor Desember sal speel as daar 'n paar biere saam met die braai is. Maar ek sien daar's 'n hele paar beroepspelers in Suid-Afrika. Hoe groot is veerpyltjies op die oomblik in Suid-Afrika?
Wel, goeiemôre. Op die oomblik het ons as Darts Suid-Afrika het ons so 5600 lede wat aan ons struktuur behoort. So dit is redelik groot. Ons is in alle 9 provinsies het ons spelers vir klubs verteenwoordigers in alle 9 provinsies en dan kompeteer ons op 'n nasionale vlak en ook op 'n internasionale vlak. So
ek het gesien ons het 'n hele paar beroepspelers en 'n hele paar van hulle wat naam maak oor see, maar dit was my werklik interessant om ook op te merk dat dit werk soos die PGA Tour byvoorbeeld. Jy stap nie net in op die reeks, die oorsese reeks nie. There are qualifying schools that you have to pass through before you actually get to play professionally overseas. Talk to us about that.
Yes, what you need to do, what you see on TV like now in December, January, it was the PDC World Cup,
yes.
And that is your professional wing. So those players must get onto the circuit. They need to go to a qualifying school and get a tour card. And once you qualify for that tour card, for 2 years you play on the circuit, which means you must play on a regular basis competitions, build up your ranking points, go through the ranking event, and so that you can qualify for those events. So you cannot just walk off the street and start and go and play a professional. But we as Darts South Africa are the amateur body. So that is for the guy on the street that comes and plays, that want to play and take the game further. So obviously that's where you start.
And how do you start? How difficult or albeit how easy is it to actually start? How do you get hold of a club, etc., etc.?
Well, it's quite easy. First of all, anybody that can go onto the Darts South Africa website, you will see under the website, there's our organization, and under the organization, you will see the different provinces. So if you in Free State, Northern Cape, wherever you go onto that province, you go and look and then go into a district, which is in your municipal district. And from there, you can get the contact person, the secretary, and that person can put you in touch. But as Darts South Africa, we also do outreach programs. We also go out and expose the sport, like exhibitions at malls and so on, to get people to expose them to the sport.
Ek was ook werklik geïnteresseerd om te sien dat julle in Limpopo gesê het dat julle graag wil hê dat dit 'n skoolsport moet word, want dit ontwikkel nie net natuurlik die fisiese nie,
yes,
maar daar's baie breinkrag wat daarmee saamgaan, nie waar nie?
Ja, dit is so. My seun vir byvoorbeeld het van die ouderdom van 9 af begin speel. Daar's baie voordele vir ons jeug om darts te speel. Ons het 'n program wat Darts Suid-Afrika ondersteun en hulle noem dit die 180 plus. Jy weet natuurlik 180 trip 20 trip
180.
Ja, so dit is jou hoogste sto. So dit is alles wat die program vir jou kan gee, die maksimum en meer. So die 180 plus program is waar ons darts in skole hoe kan ek sê dat ons stel dit bekend in skole in en ons sê vir die kinders wat is die voordele daarvan, byvoorbeeld wiskunde. Jy weet want dis multiply, division, extract, so al daai goed, so dit is waar dit handig te pas kom. Dit help beslis met die wiskunde. Dit is ook 'n spansport. So kinders kan leer om saam te werk as in 'n span en dan ook jou dubbels en enkels kompeterend te kan speel. Hand- en oogkoördinasie en dan 'n goeie feedback wat ons al gekry het van skole, dit help ook met die konsentrasie, want jy moet baie fokus op die game, so dit help ook in die klas, wat daai konsentrasie ook dan inkom in die klas in.
And also, you have to plan ahead. You've actually got to think about the strategy that you follow when you play darts. It's not just pop the ball into the bullseye all the time like you would with soccer or any other game.
Yes, of course. It's almost like a game of chess. You need to outplay your opponent. You need to know, like you said, you start on 501, work your way down, but with combinations, your opponent can be on a double 12. He just needs one dart to close. You have 161. You know, if you throw trip 20, trip 70, and then you can close the game and so on. So if you know your combinations, what to throw, you can actually outplay, or you know, if I miss this number, I've got to back up and go for a certain number to close the game. So strategy is important.
Love that thought process. Let's talk for a second about how, is it expensive to buy a dartboard? And when it comes down to the darts themselves, that's a real science as well these days, isn't it?
Yes, of course. What we usually say with entry level, usually nowadays we have the blade boards. In the previous, you will remember previously there was the old boards with that wire, that round, thick wire. Yes. But we moved away from that. Technology also have changed on the dartboard, where it's a blade, actually a thin thing, so it won't pop off, because in the past you would remember you throw on the board, the dart bounces back, and so on. Now with the blade, it prevents that from hopping off the wire and so on. And so a dartboard now, Macro Game and these places, you can look at a proper decent dartboard. You can look at about 1,500, 1,800 for a blade board. Then we get various sets of darts. Most of the people, when they start, they would start with brass darts, which is a lighter dart and so on. But as you progress, that's when you start learning. Usually when we do coaching, we have various weights, because darts got various weights, 24, 23, 27. It depends on how hard you throw, what you're comfortable with. The grip is different. So you actually try various darts before you decide what is the right one for you to use and that you can progress in the game.
You've got me so fired up. I think I may start playing again. I last played when I was a kid. Lastly, it's completely off the topic, but I know you guys deal in bull's eyes. Do you have any sort of advice for the bulls who are not having a great season so far? Or is that stretching things as far as darts go?
Well, bullseye is where you can close a game, you can win a game with a bullseye and so on. I know most of the people, when they see a dartboard for the first time, they would want to go for the middle for bullseye, thinking that you win. But that is not actually the point of the game, to throw in the middle of the dartboard.
Brilliant. Dit was baie goed om met jou te praat, Steven. Baie dankie vir jou tyd. Bly ingeskakel. Ons is net hierna terug en dan praat ons oor 'n lieflike ding, slaap.